A long walk from the west coast of England to the east coast of England. First of all, I arrive at Abbey Farm B&B. Had a great night's sleep. I'm taking something special with me on this walk. This is the route I'm taking from St.Bees town to Annandale Bridge. Well, it's a sunny day and we're off up the first hill, walking west to start with to Fleesick Bay and then on to St. Bees Lighthouse. And then on through the small town of Claytor and through Blackhorn Farm and up 1,000 feet to Dent Summit. That's a lovely place to have a packed lunch. Well, as you can see, the weather is quite beautiful just now, and the sun is shining. It's early morning, it's 8:30 in the morning, and I'm going to walk through that valley in front of us, and hopefully the weather will stay fine, although the clouds are starting up and it looks like it could rain about midday. It will take me longer to get there than midday, so we'll see what happens. Well, here we are at Nanny Catch, or Raven's Crag as the locals call it, and finally arriving at the Cloggers for my first night's sleep. Have something to drink in the evening, no doubt. Bite to eat. And here is the next day's route. Walking through the woods past the side of Annandale Water. It's a lovely large lake, but it's icy cold. However, there are some brave people. It's been a real difficult walk from Ennisdale Bridge along the lake through the treacherous bits to Black Sail Hut. And as you can see from the mountains, the rain is pouring down and all the peaks are covered in mist. But we've got to walk up through there, through Loft Beck, which is a very, very steep bit. So we'll see how we get on. Walking down Honest path with pains in my knees, I was glad to arrive at Rothwaite and to meet some fellow walkers also. A new day now, and the weather doesn't look too bad, and here is the route. We're going to Grasmere. Well, we're all shattered as it's been a big tough climb, and we've been climbing now for quite a while, and it's been uphill all the time. Everyone's exhausted and everyone's been a bit quiet now. Fortunately, we've bumped into a leader and it's taken us through the rough bit. I've teamed up with a group of people from different countries.
That path there, it goes to the top of Calf Crag, Gibson Knot and Elm Crag.
And now walking through the lovely valley of Easydale on our way to Grasmere. Straight onto the high street from the mountain. An uncanny feeling, with traffic suddenly everywhere and noise in abundance. Well, this is Grasmere. This is the first sight you see when you come off the mountain into the town or the village. And you walk along here out to the main road. And the hotel is just down the end. Finally arrived in Grasmere, staying at the Red Lion Hotel, which is just here. And doing a photo of myself talking outside the hotel. It's been a tough day, but making the most of it, and just had a shower, just had a bath, and feeling quite refreshed now, and also just finished a pint off. Great, okay. If you have time, walk around the corner to Baldwin's Tea Rooms and have tea and scones. You won't regret it. Well, it's not a very good start today, as the mist has come down and you cannot actually see the mountains anymore. So I'm going to wait for a little bit and have some breakfast and take it easy today, and hope that the clouds rise and I can walk through those mountains. I'm at the bottom of the mountain. The mist is rolling in, of course. Well, it's been rolling in. It was really thicker last night. You couldn't see a thing. The mountains were completely invisible, but now they've changed and it's a bit better. But you can't see anything on the top, that's for sure. This is the route I'm going to take. I'm going to go up there to Patterdale, so I won't take too many risks, as I know there is danger. When you're up there, there's no signs anywhere, nothing to say where you're going. Even the path you see now vanishes to just grass and rock, and then it's just rock. Okay, anyway, we'll press on. We're in good spirits. We've had a good hearty breakfast, and we'll see what the day brings. A local lady walking up the mountain with her dog helped me to the correct summit. Thank you. All the people I came up with have all gone their own separate ways, and I'm now at the place called the Wall, which is the top of the route between Grassdale and Patterson, and down there through the mist is a lake which I can't see yet, but I've got to pass it to get down the other side of the mountain. I'm supposed to be going up Helvellyn, which is to the right. Unfortunately, you can't see a thing. This is Greasdale Turn now, at the top of the mountains, the large lake. I'm out of breath, but it's a fantastic place to be. The wind's blowing a bit of a gale. The sight is almost negligible, as we would say, but I feel good, and the sun is trying to come through, but there's so much mist here that you can't see anything. So I'm pressing on down. Oh, it's beautiful here when the sun shines. It looks so nice. It's like a walk in heaven, said Wainwright about this particular route.
Nice light bitter, please. Light bitter.
Just arrived in Pettersdale, and as I walked off the mountain top, I came straight to the hotel where I'm staying, and now I'm going to have a lovely pint. A new day, and we're leaving Patterdale and heading for Shap, and we're going actually walking through those peaks in the distance, and now looking back down the valley. It's a tough climb. That was a tough one. Thank you. I think that would be fine. Up till Angle Turn, and it's a very windy day. Well, now I'm heading for Kidsey Pike, which is on the left just as we walk around here in that little sharp peak. It's blowing a gale though. And down to Haweswater Lake and finally onto the Greyhound pub for the night. A little text for my travelling companion. The second stage of the walk, and we're at the King's Arms pub in Shap, and we're just about to make the middle stage of the walk coast to coast. So the weather is not so good. Rain at the moment, light drizzle, probably going to continue throughout the morning, and hopefully this afternoon it'll be clear and sunny. Day ahead of us, and we're going to just keep walking. Yeah, it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable. It's going to be better. So we're just pressing on now and see what the day. There are granite boulders resting on limestone throughout this area, and a Roman road, but we couldn't see it, and we haven't got time to search as we have to get to our next destination. There are hawks nesting in the woods at the bottom of this hill, and you have to be careful here as they zoom down on you. Well, we're now at Kirkby Stevens, and in the morning, and everybody's starting to come out for the coast to coast walk. There's a lovely little bridge here in the town, and there are people now starting.
St.Bees is 82 miles from us. 82 miles.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well so far.
Good.
It's a beautiful day.
Well, here we are. It's a beautiful sunny day. We were actually exhausted yesterday after a very long walk from Shap to Kirkby Stevens, and this is Kirkby Stevens. Just over there is where we stayed the night, B&B at the Manor House. Now we're at Frank's Bridge, and we're just going to continue to the sea-to-sea coast walk. And the weather's looking great today after that awful wind yesterday. Today we walk to Rees via Keld, which is halfway, a long walk of 24 miles, so we'll be tired at the end. And there's a pleasant sight first thing in the morning in the bright sunshine as we leave Kirkby Stevens on our way out to Keld. Even the sheep seem peaceful this morning. And now we have just time to check the map to see our bearings are right. Well, here we are now on the route up to the 9 standards. And if we follow that path all the way up through the hilltop, we go to the 9 standards. But as the weather is so bad the past few days, the bog is so intense that you're up to your knees, so everyone has been saying back down in the town. So rather than do that, we're going to take adversive action and follow a slightly different route, going through the fields, over the hilltop, past the mountains and back down to the road, which is somewhere in the distance. Well, we're leaving Cumbria now and we're heading across to North Yorkshire and beyond. This is Raven's Seat we've come to now. A beautiful little place. Even though we've been through the bogs, this is really nice here now, and we're going to have a little break. A cup of tea. This is the Livingston Owen family, with Mother Amanda baking the scones and the children serving the walkers with tea and coffee. And a charming little sign on the side of the road says, "Free range children." Brought a smile to my face.
It's alright. Is that the teas or the coffees?
No, that's the coffees.
Okay, right, okay, we're waiting for the
Ours
teas.
are coming in a moment, I think.
Okay, that's fine, we can wait.
Sorry, I've spilled a little bit.
That's alright.
No. There's 5.
That'll do.
6, there you go. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go. We're in water.
Been on through the valley along the River Swale to Keld now. It's a very hot day now and we still have 12 more miles to go to Reef. This is the old Black Bull with a sign that's upside down. Arrived at Reef now, and I'm absolutely shattered. Oh, my feet are killing. And that's where we're staying tonight, in the old Temperance bookshop. Oh dear. Have a look at my face. How do I feel? Oh, flipping shattered. It's been a tough day. 24-mile walk. Oh dear. Want a bath now and a pint. Feeling refreshed after a good night's sleep, we're leaving Reeth and heading to Richmond. It should be a nice day, I hope. Halfway through the walk now, and we're going to stop for Elevenses. Beautiful day, perfect for walking. This is the way we've just come up, and we're feeling a bit exhausted, and we're just going to have a little break now. As you can see, there are other walkers on the same coast-to-coast walk, and tough little walk outside the town of Mecca, something like Mecca, Mentz, I think it is, or Miki. Not quite sure the pronunciation.
Mask.
Yes, there's a lamb over there braying, don't worry about that. It's a tough one. I'm filming you. Carry on. Look tired.
Oh, yeah. Coast to coasters.
Yes.
I left my camera home this year.
Yes.
I said it was just too much weight.
Well, that's a factor. The weight. If you've got to carry and walk, you've got to think of everything like that. Well, here we are at Richmond. We finally made it, and as you can see in the distance, the church and the castle and the town and hopefully the bed and breakfast. So we've made it. This part of the journey's finished, and there we are, both together. We finished it. Hooray! Arrived at West End Guest House, Richmond. A lovely welcome from Chris and Carol, and a special fruitcake and a cup of tea on arrival was perfect. This is the final stage of our 3-stage walk to coast to Robin Hood Bay. And we're at Richmond now, and as you see in the distance, the Richmond Castle. And my friend Brian is now doing the filming. Right, so here we go. And now we're leaving Richmond and heading to St.Bees Whiskey and crossing over the old Richmond Bridge with the castle in the background and walking through the outskirts of the town over to Catterick and crossing Catterick Bridge and walking alongside the River Swale through the countryside and on to our next destination. Some sculptures made of iron on the side of the road here. Some of the soldiers that have walked this route since Roman times. And now I can reveal my other travelling companion. This is St. Mary's Church, Bolton-on-Swale. The founder of Maryland in America went to this church. Oh well, we're pressing on to St.Bees Whisk now, and although we're feeling a bit tired, we'll soon be at the B&B. Hopefully. We're nearly at St.Bees Whisk now, and we've just got 1.5 miles left, so we're pressing on, feeling a bit tired. And here we are, we've arrived at St.Bees Whiskey, or St.Bees Whisk. Ryan is heading for the pub. We're going to get a deserved pint of beer after this 15-mile walk. Okay. Our landlady Leanne welcomes us. Well, we've left St.Bees Whiskey and now heading to Ingleby Cross. It's another lovely day, just perfect for walking. And nothing for you, I'm afraid. There you go. At last we've arrived at our destination for tonight, Ingleby Arncliffe, and Brian is striding on there, and it has been a good walk, a short one today, just 9 miles, and the weather's been really nice. So, yeah, now for a pint of beer. Time for a little relaxation after the long walk and a hearty breakfast the next day at Simon and Josephine's place. Now we've come to the Bluebell Inn, which is Ingleby Cross on the right, and we're now going to head for those hills in the distance. And it's going to be a bit of a steep climb first of all, but after about an hour's climbing we'll be over the top and then we walk on the top ridge. Well, now at the Cleveland Way, heading up onto the high ridge. Everyone's in good spirits, sun shining. And Brian's a little worried because he's not sure if he's got the map upright or not.
I trimmed my beard up this morning.
What did you do that for? There's no one out here but
You
sheep.
never know who I might see on the way. What's the best time to visit Bundaberg and the Queensland area? Is there a best time?
Yeah, I would say.
Especially for an Englishman, doesn't
Yeah,
it get too hot?
Yeah, before.
Which is the best
Round
month?
about October, September, October.
September, October.
Yeah.
So like early summer,
Yeah, early summer. Yeah.
Okay.
Starts getting humid after that.
Okay.
No, it's 35, 32, 33 and humid.
Yeah.
Whereas up to sort of November, it's around 25 degrees.
Well, this is Lord Stone's restaurant and coffee shop. So we've had a little break here. Nice cup of Earl Grey tea. And it's been a nice day. Bit of a tough walk, but we've arrived here. And I think now we're just going to slow down, take it easy, have a bite to eat, and then plod on the last 4 miles to our accommodation. Finally arriving at Milkiln House at Claybank Top, a beautiful evening light over the hills. Fantastic view here on the top of the Chiltern Hills. Peaceful solitude to Claybank. And down there is the pub we've been thinking about for the past 3 hours.
These aren't then too benefit agents, because we've followed me for 6 weeks. Signed up with us.
A bit too dark there, I'm afraid. But look at that lovely fire.
Cool.
Well, past the Packhorse Bridge and on to Gosmont. And Mr. Stuart Copley is the volunteer station master for the day. Now we're heading for Slifes for the night. We're soaking wet, it's pouring with rain, and we're heading for the Plough Inn. Hopefully be nice and warm. We're heading downhill to Robin Hood Bay now, passing Littlebeck on the way. And the rain is still continuing. It's running down the inside of our clothes now, so we're feeling glad we're at the end soon. Well, we've arrived at Robin Hood Bay on a bleak, wet day, and this is the view across the North Sea.
This is Clifford about to throw his stone, which he picked up on the west coast of England in the Lake District, and he's now going to throw it into the North Sea on the east coast. Go! There it goes. Job done. We're soaking wet, but very pleased with ourselves.
And now to dry off in the Bay Inn Hotel and have a fish and chip lunch.